Welcome in Line by Line. Today, with Lynn, we are analyzing a song by Florence and the Machine, Shake It Out. Lynn, why did you pick that song?
The first time I was introduced to this band, this artist, was around 2014. And the first song that I heard of hers was The Dog Days Are Over. And so it was a shift in culture. This song was the second song of hers that I listened to. And it was just such a gift to me. It helped me recognize what boundaries are and good things and bad things. So the reason I recommended it now is because Demons and the Machine and the machine, so our machines, our cell phones, are possessed by crazy things like Google, like Microsoft, like Facebook, like Twitter. And so it's really important to recognize that there are malevolent, bad spirits within these machines, because these are machines. And so anyway, so that's what I was thinking about, how the phones are basically demons. I know perhaps it's irrational, but so that's why I recommend this song, is because we have to shake it out and we have to become like, yeah, that happened, but it's time to let it go. So that's my total projection, 100 a zillion%. So let's find out perhaps what the artist meant. So there we go.
Thank you, Lynn. Excellent. Let's read it stanza by stanza. Would you like to start?
Okay, I will start. And I'm going to use my demon-possessed machine to read it from. All right. Regrets collect like old friends, here to relive your darkest moments. I can see no way, I can see no way, and all of the ghouls come out to play. Regrets collect like old friends. So this would be pattern recognition, recognizing patterns within our life, and patterns in our phone. So like patterns when to block unnecessary demons trying to call us and steal our money, or block unnecessary links that we didn't send that they're trying to capture everything on our cellular device so they can do who knows what with it. So, okay, anyway, regrets called like old friends, coming here to relive our darkest hour. Okay, here to relive our darkest moments. I can see no way, I can see no way. All the ghouls come out to play. So there's both. There's good and bad. What do you see?
I see that, that I would go through the day and then something would remind me of the past that I miss. And then I would, those regrets would start unwinding like old friends. It's such an interesting choice that she made. Because they're like very loyal, keep coming back. And here to relive your darkest moments. So regrets would return you to the bad memories. I can see no way. Basically, there is no way to fix it right now because it happened. And all the ghouls come out to play. This means her mood is ruined right now because it's she gets into this unwinded despair kind of thing.
Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah. Next slide.
Yeah.
Okay. And every demon wants his pound of flesh. But I like to keep some things to myself. I like to keep my issues drawn. It is always darkest before the dawn.
Mm.
So, coming to find happiness with unhappiness. So, it's like the demons of the past are suffering that causes suffering, and it's, but some like, so I guess it reminds me of John Vervaeke's masturbating in public scene in,
Oh.
in his Awakening from the Meaning Crisis. There's things that that are private, and there are things that are all on the internet. And but then, of course, there's another way to put it, is disconnecting from your own suffering. So recognizing that you're seeing, you're in that suffering mode, and recognizing and disconnecting from it. That's what that means for me. And it's like, this is the deepest and worst it's going to get, and there's only better things ahead. So it's like this promise of things are going to get better. It's darkest always before the dawn. This is the pattern, that things are going to get dark and then they're going to get light again. What do you think?
Okay, I think that she's been drowned in all of those thoughts of the things she can't change. But there is a plan that she doesn't attach anymore to those memories, and she doesn't want to spell it out. She keeps it to herself inside. And she has hope, basically. It's always darkest before the dawn is the hope. The plan that she has in her head. Perhaps it's to cut off completely, to move to Tahiti or something. It's just it's that idea of hope, basically. Yeah, that's what I project here. Also, John Vervaeke video. I think he told about the story of a wise man who was coming every day to the market until he one day just masturbated at the market. Something like that. I remember that story. It's hilarious. Everybody should check it out. And shout out to John Vervaeke for this absolutely marvelous masterpiece of a story.
It is. Agreed. Amazing story. Yes. But in the tarot, it's the hermit holding a lantern. So the hermit's holding a lantern, so that it's like he's the one with the wisdom, and it's like nobody gives a heck. And and so he just masturbates, like, screw you. I'm going to do what I want to do. But that's what. All right. Next. And I've been a fool and I've been blind. I can never leave the past behind. I can see no way. I can see no way. I'm always dragging that horse around. We are all blind to our shadow. When I think about the Jungian thing, I think about us being blind to our weaknesses. And that's why we need each other to mirror the weaknesses to each other so that we see them. But it's like she can never fix it or figure it out. So she just keeps on dragging that horse around. But you can't, okay, then I think about the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink.
Oh, wow.
Have you heard of that?
No, it's an interesting saying. Yeah. I think it's acceptance here. A little bit of self-deprecation. I have been fool and I have been blind. It's self-deprecation. And then she is accepting that the past is a part of her, but she still sees no way out. There is no way to fix it. And she understands that carrying the past around is a burden. And so she names it that horse that she's dragging. So she has no way to fix whatever happened. Regrets already have drowned whatever good was there. Yeah, and all the good things drowned in regrets. Yeah, it's from another song. And yeah, so she's accepting the fact that she cannot change the reality. And she already regrets dragging that horse for so long, because she's like, I have been a fool, and that. Yeah, that's what I project fully on.
Yeah. What was the song that it reminded you of, just out of curiosity and wonder?
It's mine.
Oh, a song you wrote.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like it's adoration drowned in regret, and the past is gone. We leave out the consequences, and I can pick it up and read it to you sometime. It's one
I
of
would like
those
that.
sad,
I would
sad
like that.
lyrics.
It's amazing. It's amazing how a decision can be made, and it's like it's done. It's like the choice is made, and there's your rest of your life. Once one decision is made, it can change your life forever.
Yeah, I mean, somebody wise said, in order to achieve success, you have to just make a few right choices. Yeah.
Yes. Versus a few bad ones can ruin it to your grave, really. Yeah.
I'm not thinking about bad choices. I fully won't drop in that horse.
Yes. All of his questions, such a mournful sound. Tonight, I'm going to bury that horse in the ground, because I like to keep my issues drawn, but it's always darkest before the dawn. Okay, so what pops out for me on this one, because I like to keep my issues drawn, it's like a gun, you know, drawing the gun and being ready to shoot down, or it's like a watchman. It's always darkest before the dawn. It's like the pinnacle of a choice, or I'm going to be ready for it. My gun is drawn, or so there's like a boundary around it. Oh, that reminds me of another saying. I can't remember. I'll think about it.
Okay. Yeah, I like that idea that you said, my issues drawn. They're all ready to fire. There is my issue. There is my issue. There is my issue. She has a list. That's such a girl song to write.
Isn't that? It is. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, ready.
All of his questions, such a mournful sound. And she will shoot him back with her issues. And then she will bury that horse in the ground, because it's darkest before the dawn. Yeah, I mean, she obviously still has feelings, but right now they are so strangled by regrets and anger that the only thing she just wants to throw at him whatever she gathered up, drew on that list drawn. Yeah. So she's getting ready. She said, tonight I'm gonna bury that horse in the ground. So that song is just before she goes and she's like shoots the guy with her issues. Yeah, she's pumping herself up for that.
She's resolute. She's resolute.
I'm so scared. Like then she sees his face and she's like, oh. He's like while he's away, she's angry and like gathering all those things. And he comes back, hi babe, I missed you. And she's like, oh my God. And she buries the issues instead of the horse. Girls.
Yeah.
We are so kind. Okay, I'll read the next one.
Okay.
Shake it out. Shake it out. And it's hard to dance with the devil on your back. So shake him off. So she's pumping herself up. Do it, do it, do it, girl. But isn't it like dehumanization of a person when she would call the guy devil on her back? Oh, it's the only way she can shake it out. If she will not see him as that guy she likes, but she will see him as the devil. What do you think?
You know, I think you're right. I always thought it as, okay, if it's darkest before the dawn, and it's like time's up. Oh, Lord, no. It's like the time's up movement, you know. It's like being able to see the future, and it's like, you know, you're a devil, I see you. I'm resolute, and so I'm shaking it off. Is, I don't know. Is it more like really pumping herself up, or is it like, I don't know, being like, we could do, I don't know. Shake it out. It's like a tight muscle when you shake it out, you know, or something really nasty and you go, ooh! I don't know if I can do this.
I just think she's really attached to that guy. Like all the ways, like he's attached to her back. He's the dead horse, or like tired horse. I don't know. So she's trying to get him off her back somehow. Let's see. But I do feel like she has doubts in here. I don't know, maybe the projection or something. Yeah. I feel like she is gathering anger. That's it in that song.
Well, the only thing I can think about is the ocean. So we were fishing last weekend, and my man caught a sturgeon. It was maybe 3 feet long, sturgeon, and it really was 3. I'm not joking. There's these huge fish off this Columbia River that we were fishing at, and so he was catching these fish, and he decided to switch it up and do one with a bobber on it. And so this was at the bottom of a dam. So all the water from the dam is going into it, and it's creating this whirlwind within where this dam is. The bobber is going around and around and around. And as the waves from the dam go higher and higher, because it's like it inches, it goes low, and then there's this rhythm to it. It goes up, you know, the waves get more intense, and then the waves get less intense, and then they're more intense. And so you're listening to the waves of it. And then there's this bobber that he tried to use while he was fishing that kept going around and around, and it got snagged, and he lost it, this bobber, and it's, you know, going around, shaking in the whirlpool in this dam area. And so I went and tried to rescue this bobber when it got really close to shore, but I was too scared because there's really, you could drown really easily, and I didn't have any life jackets. So I just left it, even though it only was like 3 feet from shore. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to leave that. And then it got to the point where it went out in the middle and there was no way, and some boater got it, I think. So anyway, so when you shake it out, it just reminded me of waves, and there are different parts of waves. There's the lower current, and then there's an upper current of waves. And so there's always different levels to things. And so that's, so when I think of the shake it out more as a fear, or as a you know, I'm not sure what to do in that, because you don't know which level it's at. So, you know, so that's what I was thinking about. Is that totally irrational?
No, it makes sense. You have to let go of things. Otherwise, you might drown for your own safety. And it happens. Sometimes it gets lost. Somebody threw it in order to catch something, didn't work out. A partner tried to save it, but at some point you both let it go. And it is a good lesson as well. Like there is wisdom in it. Shake it out. Yeah. Otherwise we might drown. I like that also the quality of the scenery, right? You assess the situation, you analyze it, if it kills you or not. If it doesn't, you can totally catch it. But if it is dangerous, yeah.
If you're not prepared, you know, you don't have the life jacket, it's like,
yeah,
there's a current under there that has control that you have nothing to do with. And you're the one who has to make the decision on what is wise and what isn't. And so then that brings me back to another thing I was thinking about just recently in my life. There's a book by Juan Maurice called "There are Four Agreements." So it's an audiobook. Perhaps you can link it. I don't think the guy minds, but anyway, it's the Four Agreements, and it's don't make assumptions, be impeccable with your word, don't take anything personally, and always do your best.
Yeah.
And then I would add a fifth one with this wisdom thing, and that would be, you have the right to change your mind at any time. So that would be the fifth one I would add. Even though you're impeccable with your word, you still have the right to change your mind at any time. And that gives you the power on where your life jacket is. So there we go.
Yeah. Good one. Thank you.
And I'm done with my graceless heart. Graceless heart. Oh. So tonight I'm going to cut it out and then restart, because I like to keep my issues drawn it's always darkest before the dawn. So again, that goes back to the story I just said. Tonight, I'm going to cut it out and then restart. We all make mistakes. We are all human, and we have the right to have a redo at any moment and any time, beginning right now. So that's...
Yeah, but how will she redo if she has her issues drawn? Because redoing a thing would mean she has to drop the issues and restart from the beginning. But if she will have her issues drawing, those will poison whatever she tries to restart. Either it's with the same person or with a new person or by herself. Because issues that she has drawn, they are like those grudges that she keeps holding on to. And they're dangerous as well. It's nice to learn your lesson, but then you drop it. So she's like, I like to have my issues drawn, but then shake it off. But I still keep them my issues drawn, but I should shake it off. I will shake off the guy, but I will keep the issues. It's interesting.
Yeah.
And then she powers up by the hope.
Yes. So that's this pull to the hopefulness. In order to be taken up by the glory, word, the forgiveness or the light. If it's the darkest before the dawn and you have to go to the light, then you have to drop all those issues. You can't just keep your gun cocked.
And also, I'm done with my graceless heart. I think she means that the guy drives her so mad that she loses it and she blames him. So she needs to shake the guy off so that her heart would be graceful again.
Shoot him down. No, we're not promoting any violence. No violence.
No violence. No. It's it's just emotional violence. It's exactly much softer. Almost never kills.
Oh my. You're making my toes shake. All right. Okay. Oh, and then it's back to the shake it out, shake it out. Okay. And it's hard to dance with the devil on your back. So shake him off. And given half the chance, would I take any of it back? It's a fine romance. But it's left me so undone. Shake him off. It's always darkest before the dawn.
Woo. Shake him off. Amen. Yeah, she's cheering herself up. She repeats the same words like mantras, like affirmations. But there is a new one she added, and given half the chance, would I take any of it back? Shake him off, like her subconscious choir. It's a fine romance, but it's left me so undone. Okay, what do you think, Lynn?
Oh, goodness. Okay, so there's fantasy and there's reality. And I'm a proponent of what's real in your life. So there are people who live in this metaverse, ultra fantasy, the demons of Facebook and Google and Microsoft creating this metaverse. There's people that live in this other place. And I'm more inclined to go fishing with my man and have a good dinner and have a nice glass of wine and be with the people that I love. And although my friends on the internet, everyone is you're all wonderful people. I just love my life, and I love mushroom picking. There's just a quality to being in your life that is important. So for me, I was thinking, what type of romance was it? Was it one that was fictional in our head, or was it really in reality, or was this guy really a jerk? What was the difference? So that's kind of what I was thinking about. Oh gosh, pure projection.
I think the guy was in her life, but he was controlling her a lot because she's keeps repeating, it's hard to dance. She wants to move around. She wants to dance and express herself, but he kind of keeps grounding her maybe. And she's like, shake him off. She wants freedom. Yeah, given a chance. She already sees there is no way back. Would I take it? So she entertains, it's like a bargaining stage. So she's trying to bargain with herself on the issues. Then she remembers that it's fine, but she also remembers that it left her broken. And then she feeds in hope again. It's always darkest before the dawn. And she keeps affirming as a mantra that the guy needs to be gone from her life. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some people that are suffocating in relationships. They take all the oxygen out of the room. And those are not the type of people that are wise to be around, frankly.
I agree.
I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. So here's to drinks in the dark at the end of the road. And I'm ready to suffer, and I'm ready to hope. It's a shot in the dark aimed right at my throat. 'Cause looking for heaven found the devil in me. Looking for heaven for the devil in me. But what the hell, I'm gonna let it happen to me. Woo. Okay, I know. All right. Better get sober because I'm smiling and this is very serious. Stop.
No, let's laugh about it. Absolutely. Okay. No. Keep smiling.
I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. Okay, so there's destiny.
Mm-hmm.
So here's to drinks in the dark at the end of the road. Okay. I think in in our times, there's like an apocalyptic thing happening in our culture. And so I remember this line from when I originally listened to the song in 2014. And it's like, it just seemed like there was an edge of a cliff that was happening in our culture. So, and I'm ready to suffer and I'm ready to hope. So it's, again, grasping for the goodness rather than the bad. It's a shot in the dark aimed right at my throat. So when I think it's a shot in the dark, I think of a sin. So a sin is, I think of an archer finding a mark and doing an arrow, shooting and aiming at. So when you sin, you miss your mark, and that's what the word sin means. So it's a shot in the dark aimed right at my throat. So it's like you've already been cursed to death, I guess. But she's still aiming for the good. Okay, looking for heaven for the devil and me. Okay, so looking for the devil in me. So the issues is always your perception of them. So we have the right to perception is very important, how we perceive the world. And we have the time, anytime, to change our way we look at things. So we can change it from a negative way to a positive way, or a dark way to a good way. And we have the right to readjust it in our brains on how we perceive things. And so that's what that line means for me. Okay, I got through it. Your turn. I'll shut up now.
Yeah, you can. You can. So she says, either way, I'm damned. If I do it, if I don't, I'm damned. I'm gonna suffer anyway. Either I'm suffering with the guy or without the guy. And so she gets those drinks to cheer herself up before she goes and shakes him off, basically. And she calls it end of my road. She really doesn't want to do it. But I'm ready to suffer and I'm ready to hope. She knows she will miss him a lot. But she wants to hope for the future, I guess. It's a shot in the dark. She doesn't know what will happen. Maybe she will feel super free, or maybe she will be miserable. She doesn't know. It's very hard to break up, actually. Especially if you had been with somebody for a long time. It's really hard because you don't know what will happen next. You might not take it lightly. It might break you even more. She's looking for heaven, but found devil in her. I guess she thinks that there are mistakes that she did. She faced her shadows. Devil in me. But what the hell, I'm gonna let it happen to me, yeah. Shake him off. So she decided by the end of the song, she is resolved. She decided to do it. But I think she kind of found plain ground with him because she kept calling him the devil. But just right before shaking him off, after she took a drink, she's like, okay, I'm the devil as well. Like she kind of softened up and she looks for blame in her, basically. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, that's something. Yeah.
That's not uncommon.
No, it's love in our romantic love. We'll separate it from agapic love, but romantic love in our society today, it's very typical. And again, that is why these machines are evil demons. Because it's amazing how they're demons. There's powers within our computers that overwhelm us, and so the dating scene is all this too. The whole culture has changed from my generation to yours, or to the Gen Zers, the young people, and so because of that, this inability to have healthy relationships, or I don't know, there's just something has changed, and I'm not sure how to recover it. That's kind of what I've been thinking about lately, is, you know, how computers have changed our developmental stages in humanity, and certainly in relationships and having kids and raising kids. You know, it's totally a different thing, and the values aren't there. So.
Right. I do see that through the machines, our reality got digitalized, our lives got digitalized. We, instead of going outside, I know people who just go into 3D video game, and that's their workout. And And yeah, there is danger in it. We are losing touch, because for human health, those optical stimuli, they are not enough. We actually need human touch to be happy. I understand, like, amen to your message, Lynn. What did you learn after the analysis today?
The song didn't mean what I thought it did when I listened to it in 2014. That my wisdom values are the same. I mean, that we all have the right to change our mind, and that breakups are difficult, and you know, we can always go to the better side of us. So look at that, Jonathan Peugeot has that angel on one side and devil on the other, symbolism that he does. And we all can turn to the angel rather than the negative things that suffocate us. And so I hadn't seen that before in this song. I had seen "You're Just an Asshole" demons in my phone, whoever's hacking into everything. And that's all I see, assholes. But you know, we have the right to detach from it and create our own perspective on it. So that's what I learned. And you?
Me, it's better to see another person as person, even when you have to gather the courage to shake him off. You cannot see a person as a devil on your back. It doesn't work, because ultimately we know the truth. And in order to depart as normal human beings, we cannot keep grudges and hate another person and see only evil. We have to see what doesn't work out, and we have to, like, actually go through that. And yeah, I think it's the healthiest way to break up, if you see that the things aren't working. Ultimately, actually, when things aren't working, the best would have been to try to work together. But when you're in the mindset of blaming somebody else, then you cannot come up and find a solution. You will be just expecting another person to change and shape up for your view of the reality. And that's not good. That's my view in the song. Thank you for asking. Thank you so much for bringing that song, for analyzing, for having free time.
Free time. Wonderful.
Yeah. Guys, please check out Accidental Mystic, Lynn. I will provide all the links below. Please follow her, subscribe, give her a thumbs up. Thank you. With 6,500 likes, the most liked comment, this song feels like a hug after you have cried yourself sick.
Let's become
This
happy.
meeting is being recorded.
Oh, that fucking bitch.